Hi, here in the lovely setting of Grant Park to talk about cooking stuff. Um, as you know, if you're packing your motorcycle for a long trip, you only want to add things that let you travel longer. Being able to cook your own meals is a big part of that, but cooking gear can get a little expansive and incredibly expensive. So we're going to start out with talking about the cooking things. Um, you don't need to spend a lot of money on your cooking gear. Um, Simple aluminum and stainless steel cook pots are all you really need, and you want to make sure you have at least a pot and a frying pan and a bowl. The cookware that I use is this, which is a $10 set you can buy pretty much anywhere. It has a bowl, a small pot, about a liter or half a gallon. This has obviously seen a few campfires in its time. This is more than enough for me to eat from. Obviously, you're traveling with 7 or 8 people. This won't be enough, but it'll hold a cup of soup or ravioli or things like that. And then a frying pan, which are important for cooking things like quesadillas or burgers or brats or things like that. You will get tired of cooking soup and noodles all the time if that's all that you're going to cook. If you buy one of these now, it'll come with a plastic measuring cup inside, but I lost mine somewhere, and so I have to carry a simple set of measuring gear. The other thing you don't want is a stove. Now, stoves are technically optional because you can always make a fire and cook over that, but I like to have a stove because I think it's considerably more convenient. And it means that a lot of times I can stop somewhere, start my meal cooking on the stove while I set up my rest of my camp, rather than having to build a fire and wait for it to be like a nice, cool cooking area. MSR stoves tend to be expensive. I think the least expensive one right now is $100. But if you can find them, Coleman still is actually making these dual fuel stoves. These are the Sportson models, or the dual fuel, and then there's a number, usually something 33. The larger the first number, the bigger the canister. This is actually the biggest one I've seen. I bought this from Walmart for about $35. Walmart doesn't carry them in the stores anymore, but you can still buy them online for around $40, usually delivered to your house or to a store for free. Coleman is still in business and still supports these stoves, so as bits and parts wear out, you can actually order the replacements, and they'll ship anywhere worldwide, which is nice. It's a dual fuel stove, so they run both off the Coleman fuel as well as regular white gasoline from a motorcycle or car or anything else. This is the filler nozzle, which is a little smaller, but if you have your standard fuel line, you can simply put that in here and then fill up the tank. And then it has a pressurized nozzle just like the other ones. It doesn't require any setup. You simply pull it out, pop it down, make sure it has pressure, turn it on and light it. Excellent temperature control means you can cook anything from pancakes to boiling water in a minute or two, and it doesn't actually leak or make a mess, so you don't have to worry about the messiness of MSR stoves, where it seems like you're trying to start the entire cooking service on fire when you try to light it. It's also quite quiet, so in the morning, if you're looking to make a quick hot water for coffee or hot cocoa, or my personal favorite, tea, you don't wake up everyone within 100 yards trying to light your stove. Having cooking pots and a stove is good, but you're going to need a few other things too. I carry all that stuff in a handy-dandy little Ziploc bag. This gets rolled up and usually stuffed in my tank bag. I did just notice that someone pilfered my measuring cups out of here, but that's life. A set of tongs with rubberized tips on the end. These are obviously for flipping things like burgers, pancakes, anything else in the frying pan. All-important lighter. I do sometimes also carry matches, but these things are cheap and just about everywhere, and they work pretty well for both lighting the stove as well as lighting campfires without getting your hand all stuck in there. This is one of those gripper things that you use to grip on the edge of pots and lift them up. I mainly have it for grabbing the water pot if I boil water, because it's easier to tip with this than it is to use the carrying handle and pour like that. And of course, things to eat with. This is simply stainless steel cookware, a couple dollars at a store anywhere, not particularly rigid or anything, but more than enough to eat with, and that's all you really need. I also can use a spoon, obviously, for stirring stuff in the pot and things like that. That's about it. That's all you really need to cook with while you're on the road. Obviously that and measuring cups, which I'm going to need to find, since I'll be back on the road here very soon. Be safe out there. Go to repack and watch out for squirrels. Thanks for watching. So, if there's something else you think I should be carrying that I'm not, please feel free to comment in the section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe, since I'll be doing more videos covering specific items that I pack on my motorcycle over the next, a couple weeks or months. If there's anything particular you want me to talk about or cover, comment on that too. And make sure you stay safe out there. Remember, the important thing is to just go.